Folks, somebody needs to stop giving Kay potatoes. I just want you to take a look at her recent upload schedule for the past few months. Chicken and spuds, southern fries, spuds, and sausages, garlic buttered steaks and skillet spuds, roasted spuds, onions and mushrooms, meat and potatoes, pancakes and spuds, mashed potato, fried bacon, and fried onions, potato and cheese pie. Why does she have so many potatoes? She's British, not Irish. And we are, in a way, talking about one of her potato dishes today. Not for the reason of her having way too many potato dishes recently. No, this is something arguably worse. If you were paying attention as we scrolled through her recent uploads, you might have seen something a little, well, Gen Alpha. I don't know who, I don't know how, or why, but for some reason, there is a simple video on her channel just called, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Rizzler. Now, if you're not familiar with the term Riz or Rizzler, it derives itself etymologically from the term charisma, meaning that you have a lot of charisma, and therefore Rizzler is somebody that has charisma. It's very popular. God, I sound like such an old person, but it is very popular in a lot of recent Gen Alpha, somewhat Gen Z slang, and it's not a noun that is used to describe a cooking recipe. I think that much should be obvious. So yes, folks, today I am very morbidly curious and want to take a look at Kay's Rizzler. Before we begin, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 5,000 subs as our next goal, and we're seeing how quick we can reach that next milestone. Thanks for all your support.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again. Well, I'm not actually cooking, it's a case of warming something up. Give you an idea, I'll show you why.
So right off the bat, she says this isn't even like a full recipe, it's just heating up ingredients, which, to be fair, is arguably what Kay already does a lot. Her use of spices and seasonings is almost non-existent, so depending on your definition of cooking, you could argue that she's just heating things up.
I was told by someone I was told to use instant mash spud potatoes, but I prefer to peel them. And I was also told to get some pork sausages in beans. You don't have to get Heinz, by the way. You can get any version you want.
I wish that Kay would disclose. I understand for some private reasons, depending on where she gets her recipes, who she got the information from. Just saying someone is not enough to abdicate whoever the criminal is that gave her this idea. I definitely don't think Lee would have mentioned the word Rizzler. Like, yeah, I think he's millennial age, but he wouldn't have any reason. You might know the word, but he wouldn't have any reason to mention it around his mother, let alone convince her that it's the name of a dish.
And I was told to put that in a pan. Good job it's a pouring pan, a tin.
I don't know why it didn't register that there were also sausages in the can of beans. I think it's because the word beans with a Z was so highlighted in comparison to all the other text underneath. Because, you know, usually the text underneath is just like as it says here, in tomato sauce or whatever. So everything underneath the main, name of the food is usually incidental. Also, is this the first time we've ever covered a Kay recipe that has beans in it? Which is surprising considering it's a pretty recurring staple on her channel.
And then I was told when the spud potatoes are done, which you can see behind me, well, to me it's outside of me, but when you can see when the spud potatoes are done, then it said to warm these up and put these on top. Apparently it's a recipe his grandfather used to do. So he asked me if I'd do it, and I said yes.
There is no fucking way that this mysterious he had a grandfather who made a recipe called Rizzler. It's hard to discern sometimes what is Kay leaning into the meme and what is Kay just being herself, you know, calling them spudtatoes or hunions, things like that. It's things that originated as her just, you know, pronouncing things that way, but then she kind of leaned into it and it became a running gag on her channel. I don't know what this is.
Right, I've done the beans, but I'm not going to put them on yet until the spudtators have done or start boiling. So I don't know, I've just got to wait now for the spudtators to boil. I've been told, well, I've been doing it for years actually. When you've got any beans left in your tin that you can't get out, normally a drop of water, swirl it round, and then they all come out. I know it's extra juice, but well, it doesn't matter. Everybody likes bean juice, or if you don't.
If you're trying to get the beans that are left behind in the can, and you want to avoid getting extra water in the tomato sauce, honey, just use a spoon. It shouldn't be some big mysterious problem that we need to solve in order to get the last few beans out of the can, so I gotta compromise the entire tin by putting more water into the tomato sauce by dumping out the few beans in the can. She has to be fucking with us, right? Of course, this is the woman who also cuts toward herself, frequently uses minced meat to make the most intestinal looking meatballs and beef patties by just mashing it together with egg. I don't understand. Maybe she's doing everything right. Maybe we've just been doing everything wrong. Kay has made forbidden contact and obtained the knowledge of the eldritch culinary gods, and she's the only one on this planet that is doing everything correctly, the way that it's supposed to be done, that brings out the most flavor in food, and the only reason we don't do it is because our tiny human brains perceive that as being wrong. Why would you add extra water into your tomato sauce? Well, you foolish mortal, that is because that is the correct way to do it. The gods just hid that knowledge from us. What was I talking about?
Right, I've just tested the spudtators. They are now soft when I put a fork in them. Well, they slide off the fork when I put the fork in. So now I'm going to mash them. Now I have put the beans and sausage on the same ring. Well, saves electricity, doesn't it? So yes, I'm just going to let them warm up.
Sure, it technically saves a split second of electricity to put one pan on top of a burner after using it for something else, instead of turning on another burner and letting it have to warm up for 30 seconds completely before putting your pot on it.
Now the beans are bubbling away. Lovely and nicely. You shouldn't have put that on the plate, but never mind, Kate, didn't matter. So I've got the spudtators here, which I'm going to take. Oh, look at that, I've got all bean juicy taters. Oh dear, never mind.
It doesn't really matter that you got bean juice in the potatoes because you're just going to put beans on top of it anyway, but barring that, that bean juice is probably the only other ingredient that went into those potatoes. It's been a while since I've seen Kay make mashed potatoes, so I don't remember exactly how she does it. There's no way that Kay uses other ingredients to make, like, proper good fluffy mashed potatoes. She didn't put cream in it, she didn't put butter in it, she's just mashing the potatoes, that's it.
And I know the beans are still boiling away, so I will turn them off now. Yes, that's it. And move the pan near to the plate, and then, so I can get a sausage in with that as well.
Again, I forgot that there was sausage in the beans.
And here is the taste test.
I can't imagine that it tastes bad. I mean, it's tinned beans and sausage and mashed potatoes. How bad could it be unless, your potatoes went off or something? That being said, she doesn't actually mention the word Rizzler anywhere in this video.
Right, cases it tastes as nice. I mean, it wasn't much of a video, but apparently that's called Rizzlers.
I spoke too soon.
I think. Probably got it wrong, but yeah, apparently that's Rizzlers.
I just want to know who told this sweet old lady about a dish called the Rizzler. Anyway, that's the entire video. I know that was really short, but I just had to talk about it as it's been plaguing me for as long as I've known that this video existed. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any more weird titled K recipes or any other weird videos, YouTube channels, TV shows, movies, anything that you find strange and interesting that you want me to take a look at. As always, a huge thanks to all my Patreon supporters. It's not too late to join now and vote in the June content poll, which I've made open to all tiers, as it's a pretty important question this month. Well, last month. Anyway, as always, thanks y'all for supporting and sticking around, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. See ya.